Hi there, in this video we're going to learn about area of circles. The first thing you need to know is that the area of a circle, the formula is pi r squared. Okay, so the formula for the area of a circle is pi r squared. So pi, for the sake of this class, we're going to use 3.14. R is your radius, and it's r squared. You can also think of it as pi times r, because r squared is just r times r. Okay? So whichever way you want to remember it is fine with me. And also just remember that area is whatever is on the inside of the circle. Okay? Just like the area of a square is what's inside of a square. Area of rectangle is whatever is inside the rectangle. Okay? So let's look at this question. Find the area of the circle. Use 3.14 for pi. Okay? So our area equals pi r squared. We're given that formula. We know that formula. All right, so we have our area. So it's whatever's in here is equal to pi. So 3.14 times our radius, which is 2, squared. So it's 3.14 times 2, which is actually the same thing as saying 3.14 times 4, which gets you 12.56. Let's look at another example. Find the area of the circles. So we're given the formula, area equals pi r squared. Let's look at this. We have a diameter here of 12, but we want the radius. So the radius, right, if we remember, is half of the diameter. So if the diameter is 12, our radius then is 6. Okay? So I'm just going to plug it into this formula. Area equals pi r squared. Pi is 3.14. Your radius is equal to 6 squared. So you just do 3.14 times 6 times 6, 3.14 times 36, and you end up getting 113.04. Let's look at this next example. Area equals pi r squared again. This is our radius right here, 3. So it's pi, 3.14, times 3 squared, or you could think of it as 3.14 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 gets you 9, times 3.14 gets you 18.84. Let's look at this next example. We have 34 feet as a diameter. If our diameter is 34 feet, then our radius has to be 17, right? Because our radius, again, is from the center to the outside. It's half of the diameter, okay? So let's plug it into our formula. Area equals 3.14 times r, which is 17 squared, or times 17. 3.14 times 17 is the same thing as saying 3.14 times 289. Multiply those two and you get 907.46. Let's look at our next example. Find the area of a circle with a radius of 14 centimeters. So here you're given the radius 14 centimeters. You just plug it into your formula. Area equals pi 3.14 times 14 times 14. 3.14 times 196 gets you 615.44. Okay, and so let's look at our last example. Here we have a semicircle. So think of a semicircle. A semicircle is half of a circle. So it only makes sense that the area of a half a circle would be whatever the area formula is, so pi r squared, and then half of that, right? So if you take the formula of a circle, its area is equal to pi r squared. So that means a semicircle would have to be half of this, right? So it's half times pi times r times squared. Or half times pi times r squared, sorry. All right, so let's look at that here. Find the approximate area of a semicircle with a radius of 6 centimeters. Okay, so let's start with this. Area equals 1/2 times pi times r squared. So you're going to plug in pi 3.14. R, you're going to plug in 6, right? Because that's our radius, 6 centimeters. And it's 6 squared. I'm just going to write out 6 times 6. It's easier that way to put in my calculator. 6 times 6 is 36, times 3.14 times 1/2. If you multiply all three of these, you end up getting 36.52. All right, so your area of your semicircle would be 36.52. All right, I hope you learned about finding the area of circles. Thank you for watching.